Hi guys, Ancient Warrior. Welcome back to Prepping in Free America. If you like what you hear here, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to be the first on your block to know what I'm talking about, hit the subscribe button with the bell icon. We'll warn you. Okay, let's talk about activists. In my last video, we talked about what went on up at Aspen, Colorado on the 29th. And it drives me insane, folks, because they call these people that did this heinous crime. You know, the elderly and children were involved. Now, if they were the people that were healthy and stuff, got a little cold, that's okay with me. Hell, it'd be okay if I got a little cold. But small ones, infants, toddlers, the elderly, some of them can't fend for themselves anymore, folks. They can't fend for themselves. I'm trying to get squared back up here. There we go. They can't fend for themselves. I was looking, my mother, God bless her, is 80 plus. I'm not going to tell you her age because if she sees this video, she would kill me dead. And I like living, I've become attached to breathing. But if something was to happen to our gas service, to our electricity, she wouldn't know what to do. She grew up in an era from the 30s through present date where terrorists would not have been tolerated. Now they're called mostly peaceful protesters, activists. I'm sick and tired of people who tell me, they spit on me and then say it's raining because they don't think I'm smart enough to know the difference. So let's talk about a couple of true activists in my name, in my book. These men were true activists. There was a guy in India named Mahatma Gandhi, better known as Gandhi. Turn of the early 20th century, he was leading a quiet revolution. A quiet revolution to get the people of India free from their British overlords. He never waged war. He believed it could be done peacefully. He was jailed, beaten. He was treated less human in a lesser way than I would treat an animal, a dog or a cat, because he was an Indian. Now, let's talk about the other man. He was a gentleman who I heard a lot of as a young man. Martin Luther King Jr. Folks, let me get a swig. It's cold out here today. Martin Luther King followed Gandhi's teachings of using peaceful protest. And it was generally, very rarely would King's people get out of line. It was generally law enforcement and people from the other side, the Democrats. Now, then let's look at people like Fidel Castro. He was a terrorist. He's a communist, and he believed that if he could mislead the people enough, he could get in charge, and he's been there. His family is in charge today. His pseudo revolutionaries are there today. Another terrorist group is the Weather Underground. Bill Ayers and Dornan and all them blowing up police stations in the 70s. There's the difference, folks. Activists actually want you to think, and they want you to act on what good knowledge you've got. Terrorists want to terrify you. And let me tell you something. The two never meet. It's always just passing. Folks, we can't afford for terrorism. Now, there's another group. And I believe they've been mislabeled. I believe that they are patriots. I believe they are men and women of good standing. They're probably good taxpayers and everything. It's Proud Boys. I think they've been mislabeled by the Mockingbird media. I believe that the Fourth Estate now has become something of a lesser, and I told you in my last video, I met one of the reporters that go on TV every few days in Vegas. And I'll be honest with you, the stupidity just gave me a headache. I mean, literally gave me a headache. Folks, kind of go from paper to paper that will allow you to, because I've noticed online, you try to look at their papers online, they want you to buy it. I would figure they just want people to go to their website and at least people would know. So, with that being said, folks, I'm the Ancient Warrior. And remember, it's better to have and not need than need and not have.